Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our third draft lecture. The topic is an overview of the performance of agriculture sector of Pakistan. In this regard, we will discuss 3 points: employment and contribution in GDP, trade performance, and cross-country comparison of crop yields. So let's first of all discuss employment and contribution in GDP. Though we have already discussed this, but we are repeating from a perspective of analyzing the performance. The share of agriculture sector in Pakistan's GDP has shown a persistent decline, falling to 23.74 in 2024-25. Simultaneously, the share of agriculture in total employment has also decreased, standing at 36.6 during the same period. On one hand, this trend suggests a gradual structured transformation of the economy, with labor shifting from agriculture to other sectors offering relatively higher returns and better income opportunities. On the other hand, these statistics also reflect underlying inefficiencies within the agriculture sector, as 36.6% of the labor force contributes only 23.74% to GDP. 36.6% of the labor force is contributing 23.74 to GDP. The gap of 12.86 percentage points between employment share and output share indicates relatively low productivity in agriculture and highlights the economy increasing reliance on non-agriculture sector for its growth. Now we will discuss the trends in export of major agricultural products. We have taken raw cotton, oranges, potato, rice, beef and veal, date and meat of chicken. And the reference years are 23 to 24 and then 22 to 24. Starting with raw cotton. There is a substantial percentage decline in the exports of raw cotton. Same is true for oranges and potatoes as well. Though for potato, the percentage decrease is not so high. On the other hand, there is a positive trend for rice, beef and veal, dates, meat of chicken. The export of raw cotton, oranges and potatoes has declined, and the export of rice, beef, wheat and meat of chicken has shown increasing trends during the reference period. The trends in major agriculture products are mixed but largely not encouraging. Export of raw cotton is decreasing over time. Export of oranges is decreasing over time. Export of potatoes is decreasing over times. But however, it is to be noted that these analyses are based only on the statistics from 2022 to 2024. Now we'll talk about the import of major agriculture products. In this regard, we have taken wheat, cotton, tea leaves, pulses and edible oils. And the years are 2020, 2022 and 2024. Wheat. In year 2020, the wheat worth 660.077 US million dollar was imported. This number increased to 943.376 in 2022 and decreased to 636.24 in year 2024. Similarly, talking about cotton, a huge amount is spent on the import of cotton. Same is true for tree leaves, pulses and edible oil. So here one thing is to be noted that in previous slide we saw that Pakistan is exporting cotton, and here we have seen Pakistan is importing cotton. When we are the exporters, we are the exporters of raw cotton. But when we are the importers, we are the importers of cotton lint, gind, cotton waste, cotton credit or COMT. So these statistics are quite disappointing. Despite ranking among the top global producers of wheat and cotton, Pakistan continues to import, indicating structural inefficiencies in productivity, supply chain management, and domestic market stabilization mechanisms. Now, we will have a comparison with other countries, and for this, the parameter is yield. This table is showing the per hectare yield of maize. The reference periods are 1974 and 2024. The next table is showing same for rice, and we are comparing it with other countries of the region including Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China and India. If we look at the statistics of maize, we will find that per hectare yield of Pakistan is less than Bangladesh and China, and the average annual growth rate is less than Bangladesh. Similarly, if we look at the table of rice, we will find that per hectare yield for Pakistan in 2024 is lowest in the region, and average annual growth rate is again lowest in the region. From 1974 to 2024, during this period, the average annual increase in yield of rice is just 1.1, which is lowest in the region. Now we will discuss the same for raw cotton and wheat. Looking at the statistics of raw cotton, in 2024 the per hectare yield of Pakistan is less than Bangladesh and China. Average annual growth rate is less than all the countries except Afghanistan. And if we look at the statistics of wheat, the per hectare yield in 2024 is less than all countries of the region except Afghanistan, and average annual growth rate is again less than all except Afghanistan. Now we have taken two more crops, sugarcane and orange. Looking at sugarcane for year 2024, the per hectare yield is less than India and China, and the average annual growth rate is though better than all other countries. So this is the only encouraging statistic, that per hectare yield of Pakistan for sugarcane is though less than China and India, but average annual growth rate is higher as compared to the sampled countries. Now talking about orange, for Pakistan, the kilograms per hectare is less than China and India, and average annual growth rate is again less than India and China. So we took 6 different crops and we compared their yields with Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China and India, and our results were not encouraging. This shows that the agriculture sector of Pakistan, in comparison to the neighboring countries or other countries of the region, is not performing very well. So there is a substantial need to look into these. There is a need to substantially improve the per hectare yield. So there is a need for more innovation and more technology. This is all about an overview of the performance of agriculture sector of Pakistan. Thanks for your patience. Our next module is Industry in Pakistan, Macroeconomic Performance and Contribution. Till then, it's Allah Hafiz. Take care.